went to the desk and made his request while she waited outside. Then he came back with the key, and she said, give it to me and I'll unlock the door. She kept saying, I've never really done this kind of thing before. Have you? Third rate romance, low rent rendezvous. And he said, yes I have, but only a time or two. Third rate romance, low rent rendezvous. Third rate romance, low rent rendezvous. Third rate romance, low rent rendezvous.
We rode a lot of horses, chased a few dragons away. Make believe was reality in the games we used to play. We grew our hair to our shoulders, searching for our identity. Finally came to a crossroads back in 1973. But we're still friends, good friends, friends for life. Anything you need, don't think twice. My, oh my, how those years go by. Friends, good friends, friends for life. I fell in love in Alaska, settled down in Tahlequah. You met a sweet thing in Eureka Springs, made you home in Arkansas. I took a job in a factory, steady money calling me. You were a dreamer, more willing than able to face reality. But we're still friends, good friends, friends for life. Anything you need, don't think twice. My, oh my, how those years go by. Friends, good friends, friends for life. Hard times closed the factory, left us all out in the cold. But you were there to help me bear my life's heavy load. I thought it all was over when love walked out my door. If it hadn't have been for you, old friend, I'd have died back in '84. Guess we're still friends, good friends, friends for life. Anything you need, don't think twice. My, oh my, how those years go by. Friends, good friends, friends for life.
Yes, we're friends, good friends, friends for life. Anything you need, don't think twice. My, oh my, how those years go by. Friends, good friends, friends for life. My, oh my, how those years go by. Friends, good friends, friends for life. Working too hard for way too little, way too long. Got the working man blues, my life feels like a damned old country song. Boss man's man riding my ass like a worn out rented mule. Come along Friday, 5 o'clock. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Gonna get stoned, gonna get high, forget about it all for a little while. I waited all week, there ain't no time to sleep in. Gonna turn it up, gonna get down, gonna blow the doors off of this old town. I gotta take this job
checks don't ever clear because I'm broke. I'm broke. I said, man alive, it ain't no joke. Lord knows my wallet's getting pretty thin. Well, I'm broke. I'm broke. I got just enough for snuff and smokes and a 12-pack till I'm back on top again. That's right. My broke status don't preclude me from establishments like this. And if you're like me, you probably do the same. See, I ain't afraid to pay for drinks with quarters, dimes and nickels if I have to. Is that what Obama meant by change? I'm broke, I'm broke. I said, man alive, it ain't no joke. Lord knows my wallet's getting pretty thin. Well, I'm broke, I'm broke. I got just enough for snuff and smokes and a 12-pack till I'm back on top again. Woo! Well, I'm hoping this economy ain't always gonna suck, and I'm looking for my little bit of luck. So if you see me on the highway with my thumb out, well, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if you went ahead and picked me up. 'Cause I'm broke, I'm broke. I said, man alive, it ain't no joke. Lord knows my wallet's getting pretty thin. Well, I'm broke, I'm broke. I got just enough for snuff and smokes and a 12-pack till I'm back on top again. Yeah, and a 12-pack till I'm back on top again.
Down where I was born was heaven on earth, where Flint River washes that red Georgia dirt. The sun sets slow and the stars shine bright. We raised cotton and corn, a little cane and kids. You either lived on a farm or wished you did. And Jesus always walked close by our side. Where I grew up, we rode in trucks. There's a lot about life we learned on the bus. How to lie, how to fight, how to kiss, how to cuss. The closer we sat to the back, the smarter we got. We were poor, we were ugly, we were all best friends. Wide-eyed, baptized, and still wanting to sin. Thank God we get more than just one shot. Where I grew up, we rode in trucks. That's us hauling hay in the field with the radio on. That's us heading straight into town when the work was done. In my mind, I can still see us now, riding down Buck Island Road. It wasn't that long ago. We thought tobacco and beer in a can was all it would take to be like our old man. Then I saw how it made my mama cry. It was hunting and fishing and football games. Then it was girls, and everything changed. Falling in and out of love, we rode in trucks. That's us with our tailgates down in the park. washes that red Georgia dirt. The sun sets slow and the stars shine bright. Where I grew up, we rode in trucks.
I know I hurt you more than one time, and I know you heard it all before. I wouldn't blame you if you drew the line, didn't want to hear it anymore, and walked away. I hope to God it's not too late. No other man's taking my place. If you'll give me one last chance, you're gonna see a brand new man. Please believe me when I say that those were my drinking days. Well, I'm older now and I've changed my ways. If you're wondering if I'm gonna stay, remember those were my drinking days. Been years that seems like yesterday. A young girl's heart was swept away, and love was everything she'd dreamed. A fairy tale, or so it seemed. But all that glitters is not gold. Sometimes we don't see things for what they are, but what we want them to be. One day it won't be long. She's gonna wake up and she'll be strong. But till then she'll hear him say, oh, those were my drinking days. Well, I'm older now and I've changed my ways. If you're wondering if I'm gonna stay, remember those were my drinking days. One day a stranger came home, not the same man she had known. He had somehow gone astray. The nightlife had took him away. He come back time and time again. Like a fool, she'd let him in. Seems some things never change. Oh, those were my drinking days. Well, I'm older now and I've changed my ways. If you're wondering if I'm gonna stay, remember those were my drinking days. Oh, those were my
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about 10 minutes away from the Barrel Clinic starting. We are 10 minutes away from the barrel clinic starting. You want to be making your way this way? We'll be having our barrel clinic in 10 minutes.
Those were my drinking days. Looking like another Bob Marley day, hitting from the bone like a diesel train. I'm down with hanging out this afternoon. We got weeds in the backyard, 4 feet tall. Cheech Chong probably would have smoked them all. So I'm out on the couch this afternoon. Beer bottles laying on the kitchen floor. If we take them all back, we can buy some more. So I doubt we'll go without this afternoon. Oh, you better hang on if you're tagging along, 'cause we'll be doing this till 6 in the morning. Nothing wrong with going all night long. Tough to put the brakes on, doesn't matter when you gotta get up and go out. Me and all my friends, we drink up, we fall down, then we'll do it all again. Just sitting around, hanging out this afternoon. Landlord says I should buy a tent, but he can kiss my ass 'cause I paid the rent. So I doubt he'll kick me out this afternoon. Down on the corner in a CD bar, jukebox cranking out the CCR. Had a few to Suzy Q this afternoon. Oh, better hang on if you're tagging along, 'cause we'll be doing this till 6 in the morning. Nothing wrong with going all night long. Tough to put the brakes on, doesn't matter when you gotta get up and go out. Me and all my friends, we drink up, we fall down, then we do it all again. Yeah, we get up, we go out. Me and all my friends, we drink up, we fall down, then we do it all again. Yeah, just sitting around, hanging out this afternoon. Wanna wristwatch around the alarm clock to see what time it is. From the moment I wake up, I just love being with my friends. We barely get by, but at the best
Test, test. Test 1, 2. Test. Test.
till we fall down, so we can do it all again. Human walk, it's the human race. If you were living on the edge, you're taking too much space. So I doubt I'll figure out just what to do. I'm about to kick it around, hanging out this afternoon. Oh, better hang on if you're tagging along, 'cause we'll be doing this till 6 in the morning.
Hey guys, we are so happy you came out. I'm Crystal Hall from Rodeo for a Reason. My assistant over here is Danielle Collier. She is our youth representative. Miss Kendra is on her way. So we had a scheduling overlap, but I've ridden with Kendra for 10 years. I rodeo, we haul together. Danielle got her permit this year, filled it, so an exciting year. She rides with us when she can, when she's home. And we just want to show you today some of the things that we do at our clinics, which we'll be teaching and doing at our clinics this week. We have 2 clinics. One is December the 5th and the 6th. One is December the 9th and the 10th. We'll be in the warm-up pen and in here throughout it. They're full. We could only take 25 students, but keep checking with me if you want a hole. Sometimes people get their scheduling off like I do, and they can't make it. But we'd just like to start off with a prayer this morning. So if you wouldn't mind, if you just bow your heads with us for a second. God, we just thank you for the opportunity to be here. And we just thank you that we live in a country where we're free to do what we want to do, just as Damon prays with us before every event. And God, we just want to give you the praise and the honor today. I ask you to bless the people who have taken time out of their busy schedule to come here this morning and this afternoon. And God, I just thank you for Group W Productions and what they're doing here. And I ask you to bless them and give them rest. And in Jesus' name we pray, amen. Thank you. So I'm on an 8-year-old. His name is Pistol. We've had him about 6 weeks. And he's just kind of learning it. He's a little nervous right now. Danielle is on Pepsi. She's a firewater flip mare. She's 5 years old. We've had her about 6-7 months. And Danielle will be competing on her tomorrow. And so we just want to show you what we do at the ranch. This is how we train every horse. And so Danielle, if you want to go down and start, I'll walk them through it. We always train with loose reins. Danielle, did you let your reins out? We don't run with loose reins, but we train with loose reins. Punk Carter, who will be here with us later this week, he says, numb hands, dumb horse. So if you're constantly pulling on your horse or just sitting with your hands like this, then they just get real numb and dumb to it. So when we're training, we train with long reins, and it's like, you know, Pinocchio, the puppet guy. That's how our hands are. You cannot see it, but we're constantly just tapping away, saying, pay attention right here. We want to train that horse's feet to be in the same spot. So when we go full blast in a run, they don't rely on us. They know what to do. So Danielle, go ahead. We train, our favorite word is whoa. We like a horse to squat their butt. We like a calf rope and stop. And I don't want to pull on one. I want to say whoa, and that's it. We stop them. We back them up a few steps. We're engaging their hindquarters. And then we're got our hands about a ruler's length apart. And we're asking them constantly, just touching their nose around that barrel. We're training their nose. If we feel the slightest little wrinkle, this is what we call our reset button. We do a 360 the opposite direction. That way we've woke up all 4 corners of that. It's not just the inside, but we're waking up all 4 corners and saying, hey, pay attention, get going. When it feels right, we go across to the second barrel. Same thing. We do the same thing the same way every day. Again, we just ask them, we train their nose. Good, Danielle. You might want to reset her. Slide your hand down just a little further on the inside. Pistol's not in this mic. Again, she's engaging the hindquarters, waking her up. She's pushing her around, and she's asking her to We never trot or run around a barrel. It's always a walk. We want them to lengthen their stride. We may run to that barrel, but when we stop and back up, it's nothing but a walk. We never circle a barrel. That just lulls one to sleep. If you need to correct something, do the reset and try it again. Good job, Pepsi. Good job. Danielle, will you show them what we call the flip-flop? Sometimes with colts, and we just need to kind of get their attention just a little bit more, we'll do the same thing. We stop, we back up, engaging their hindquarters. And we go the other direction around the barrel. This keeps, we're using all sides of the brain, every muscle, all sides of their body. We like our horses really broke. I know all of y'all do too. Who wants to ride one that's not broken, doesn't know the word whoa? But Danielle, will you just take her through, trot, stop, back up? This mare is far enough along. We don't really walk a horse too much in the pattern. The only place we walk is around the barrel. And again, we're just going to do the same thing. She stops, she backs up, at the same spot every time. And it's like, just like the Bible says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. When you ask a horse to stop and you just constantly pull, and he kind of says, well, I think I might stop and take 2-3 more steps out there, then he's not respecting you and he doesn't know what his job is. So it's whoa, release them, get their respect, get their stop. Do not let them pull on you. When they pull on you, you've got a numb horse and you're not going to get anything done. Good job. Pepsi, you're doing great today. This is an awesome mare. She's just broke to pieces. Would you like to make a little run on her? Sure. Just cruise her through. Danielle's not ridden this horse very much, but she's got a runner tomorrow, so this would be a great experience for her. I'll sit still. Slide your hand down a little, pull on her. Just set deep. Good. Set deep, slide your hand. Good job. Good job. Now then, that's what you hear me say, set deep. We don't check horses. If you're having to check and pull on them, you just lost time. And they're probably not going to listen to you anyway. So what we like to train our horses to do is we ride with a whole lot of core muscle and a whole lot of seat. He's going to chill out for long. He's going to get tired. This is his first trip away from home. So he's like, we've really kind of thrown him into the fire, and he's like, I'm going back to the ranch. But one of the other things that we do is we ride with real short stirrups. Danielle, probably, how tall are you? She's 5'9", 5'10", and if you stepped in her stirrups right now, you would probably go, gosh, because I promise if I stepped in them, I could probably still stand up. Can you see the space that she has? I promise you, if you come to one of our clinics, probably the first 2 things we're going to do, you need to sit back up. Excuse us. It's okay. We didn't know where our X was at. Will this work right here? Cool. Okay, you got to keep this straight. Just when I got him still, dang it. But we ride with our, if you come, we're going to take your stirrups up, and I promise you we're probably going to take your reins up. Now then, you're going to go, well, why do I need my stirrups up? Well, everybody, where's your feet right now? Flat on the floor, right? And your knees are bent, right? And your butt's in the chair, right? Well, that's how it needs to be on the horse. When you sit down and you crunch your abs and you push, if you're having to reach for that stirrup, guess what happens? Your toe goes forward. Now look what happens to your body. Now what's going to happen? You're going to go off, or your horse is going to have to overcompensate for where you're at. If your butt's in the air, so's theirs. If you want their butt in the ground, get yours grounded in that saddle. Use those abs. One of our sayings is, drag it like a wormy dog. Dragging that saddle, I promise you, when you engage those abs, you got those feet in front of you, your heels down, toes turned out, and you're dragging in that saddle. Your horse's butt's going to be dragging in that turn, and he's going to be snappy, come around it, and get you to the next one. And there's not going to be any of this flopping here, oh, I'm over here. Take those stirrups up, stand ground. If stand up, you two ladies standing right there, or sitting right there, the one in the redhead, it's there we go. It just had a hiccup. Never mind, we got it. Okay, you stand up next to her. No, both of you, stand up. Okay, I want the one in the black and the blue, I want you to stand up on your tiptoes. Okay, now the one next, push her. Okay, now put your feet flat a little bit. Now push her. See the difference? So when you're in the saddle, do you want to be like this, or do you want to be like this? So to get like this, you got to take your stirrups up. Make sense? Okay, so that's just a few of the things that we do at our clinics. Another rule of thumb that we do, so many of us come to us and they're like, oh, I just can't get, I need a bigger, badder bit. No, you don't. You just need to take the one in your head. If you can get more than 3 fingers in that head stall, it's not taken up enough. Your bit is down here. We don't ride with gag bits. And I'm not knocking them. There's a lot of them out there. It's just not our style. You stop and think about it. By the time you've pulled and that gag bit finally engages with that horse, you're probably 5 feet out there. You want instant results. This sport is getting so fast and so competitive, a blink of an eye puts you out of the money. So you've got to find every little inch to make it work for you. So when you ask for something, there's got to be instant contact here. What is it Punk says? Immediacy? I don't know. He'll be here to tell us. But your bit needs to be in that horse's mouth. So when you say, come here, or whoa, he's like, yes. And it's not a drag. The only thing you want dragging's their back end. You don't want to drag. And they'll get tired of this and quit working for you if you keep pulling on their face in their drag. Normally, we don't ride in tie downs. But like I said, we haven't had him very long, and he wants to push. Well, that's fine. You push on your own head, not on my hands. He'll eventually get out of this and stuff. But Danielle, what do you want to tell him? What have you learned at Go Buckle?
That they do that often. They don't even, they say, you're going to ride a horse, you're not going to talk, and then you talk. No, at Go Buckle, I've learned that barrel racing isn't as, it's difficult, yes. You have to be, you know, at the top of your game, but it's more about horsemanship than it is about going fast. I watch Kendra's runs and a lot of my runs, and I feel like I'm tiptoeing and trotting around the pattern, but I come out and I win the barrel race or get a check. but I feel like it's because I've got my hands where they need to be. I've got my seat. I'm controlling myself. So therefore, if my horse knows what she's doing and I know what I'm doing, we don't have to worry about each other, and we can just run barrels. I know the short stirrups thing is hard to get used to. I have really long legs and my knees kill me. But Kendra says, do you want to win or do you want to be comfortable? And I really want to win. The short reins, I love the short reins. It gives me the ability to not have to fumble with my hands while I'm trying to go around the barrels. I ride Kendra's old horse, who she's had for 18 years, and literally I grab his ear around the barrel and don't even worry about anything else. But I've learned that whenever I do ride with longer reins on a different horse, I'm fumbling with my hands, trying to figure out where they're at, and then I end up pulling on the horse's face more than I need to, and it all goes downhill from there. Do we have any questions? Oh, sorry. Crystal, do you want this? Do you want this so they can hear? So he has a question. We run our horses straight. It's just a straight in there.
He asked, how do we, when we go into a pocket, into a barrel, do we move them over? Do we check them? We never check a horse. That's why you see us do over and over what we did a while ago, up to a barrel, stop, back. That's teaching that horse rate. If you've got to check them, 9 times out of 10, when you check them, if you're here, what's happened to your body? You're back. Now you're out of time with your horse. What happens with your horse? He goes, now you just lost some more time. I mean, in this sport, you've got to find every edge. Probably in school, and I'm 60 years old, so if I learned it, hopefully you guys are still learning it. But the shortest distance between 2 points is what? Straight line. A straight line. So when you leave, when you skim the paint off of that first barrel, you head to a straight line to your spot on that second barrel, and you sit down and crunch. You slide your hand down to just tip that nose, and he comes around. It's his job to get to know it. I'm only there as a passenger to help if he needs it. If you've got to help your horse in the pattern, you just lost the race. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you get bad ground. Sometimes you're on a young horse and they go, ah, you know, but you're there for them to help them. But we don't train a pocket. We don't move one over. Not saying that is bad. I'm just saying that's not what we do. We go from point A to point B between each barrel and straight home. If your horse, let's say, on the third barrel and he steps out a little bit and you're running to that alleyway, are you going to try to pull him back over? No. Just run straight. He'll find it. Just run straight out. The minute you start trying to maneuver and pull, you've just cost yourself some time. So, you know, will you ever see us not help one or whatever? No, I'm not saying that. We're right. We don't have a seasoned horse in the barn right now. It's all green stuff. This is Pepsi, Pistol. Well, Carter's semi-seasoned, I guess. He has won some pro money. And the little horse that she came in ponying a while ago, that's a 2-year-old. This is her first time to town. And we packed her up like a pack mule coming over here, and she ponied horses yesterday. Something else that we do with our horses, we go ride with Punk Carter. Does anybody know who Punk Carter is? He's from Texas. They call him the trainer to the stars. He is NCHA Hall of Famer in cutting. And, oh yeah, give that to him. You say, but they're barrel horses. Well, the training is so similar of what a cutter needs for his horse to do. If you've ever seen a cutting horse, where are they at? They're on their back end. Sure, you can go get her if you want. Actually, the little 2-year-old that we were just talking about, she just purchased her from Punk Carter, and she's an awesome little mare. But we'll go work some buffalo. We'll go work some cows. We'll go work the flag. If you're in the clinic this week, in either one of them, Caltrack donated us a flag. And so we'll be working your horse on a flag in the barrel clinic and showing you some maneuvers to do. Punk is phenomenal. He has a round pin that he has a green mark, a red mark, a green mark, a red mark, and he'll have us get in that round pin. It's like, what, Dwayne, 50 by 50, something like that. It's a big round pin. And we'll start out, and he'll say, ride to the green. And when you ride to that green, you literally run your horse's nose into that green, and then you've got to open the gate. And when we say open the gate, what you've done, you're turning the horse back this way. You get this leg off of them. You pull this hand out. What you've done on this side is you've closed the gate. Same way with the barrel pattern. When you get to that barrel, I mean, you're literally not going to go, ah. You'll probably fall off if you do. But if you want a horse to change directions, you've got to close one gate and give him the opportunity to open the other way. So we do that a lot with Punk. It teaches your horse to get back on their back end. It helps us to get out of the horse's way. And you'll go the other way, and he'll say, ride to the red. And then it's come back the other way. It's just open and close the gate. It's making your horse quicker with her feet. It helps you to get out of their way. It helps them to, okay, my no is no. And so these are things that we do in the barrel clinic. It's not just about barrel racing. It's mostly about horsemanship. If you've got the horsemanship down, if you've got your horse doing all these things, then this is the easy part. Just pay up and go. Well, I guess we'll wait a little bit longer. So, but does anybody else have any other questions? Y'all better come up with questions. I got a bag full of prizes over here. Yeah, Punk's coming. He'll be at both clinics. I'm pretty sure, I know for a fact he'll be at the clinic on the 5th and the 6th. If you guys aren't running in your hair, just come watch. You can learn a lot just by watching. You can take notes. You're welcome. The clinic is free. You're welcome to come be a part of it. The 9th and the 10th, Punk may or may not be here because he's got some horses in the big cut back in Texas that if they make the finals, he's got to go back. So I'm hoping, not that I don't want him here, but I'm hoping he goes back. But, you know, it's all about horsemanship. Yes, ma'am. how far am I away from the barrel before I give them a first cue. When we stop them, for instance, my leg is even with the barrel. I'll see if I can do this. Can I hand this to you? Did that help? Just let your leg be even. I'm sorry, I'm right in front of your camera. Let your leg be even with the barrel. And when you say, whoa, stop, it's not, oh, I think I want you to stop. No, it's, whoa. And then instantly release. He knows he's been in trouble because he's pulling on my hands right now. But I'm not going to get in the tug of war with him. But when you come to that barrel, stop, instantly stop, back up, slide your hand down that inside and just tip his nose and ask him to come around. Take your inside leg off of him and give him a gate to come through. Let me get her a prize. What else can we do for you? Yes, ma'am. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. You don't. You can't. Are you stronger than this horse? No, you don't. You don't. If you've got, like he was fidgeting, will you get her something out of there, please? He was fidgeting a while ago. Cameraman's going to be mad at me again. I'm not in the right place. He was fidgeting a while ago. I could have easily just kept pulling. Now watch what he does. He just gets more irritated. It's a quick whoa and release. A quick whoa and release. You may have to do it 4 or 5 times. You might have to do it 10 times. But the constant tug, that doesn't do anything but get you back here, and it numbs their mouth. So it's no. I mean, and sometimes, it's like I said, no. So, but eventually, like, if I just keep tickling him, he's going to keep being ugly. But if I reach up and I say no, he's going to go, oh, Mama said no. Okay, I better behave. Okay, Miss Danielle, what would you like to show us? This is our 2-year-old. Her name is Cayenne. This is her first trip to town, and she is a phenomenal mare. We're looking for great things from Danielle with this mare, hopefully in the futurity world. Or juvenile, that's right. But what I'd like for you to notice about this mare is, first, she has a great mind about her, but she's relaxed, she's calm, and that's because she knows what we expect out of her. She has been in Punk's training program, which is a phenomenal training program, but we'll just pretend we've got a flag out here. And so if you're working on the flag, you'll have to stay. I'll back up, Danielle. You'll have to stay up here, or the cameraman, and we'll get him in trouble, and we don't want to do that. So if this was Punk's barn, the flag would be set up there, and Punk would be working the flag. And so what we're going to ask this horse to do is when the flag stops, Danielle's going to say, whoa, drop her reins, and then she's pick that inside shoulder up. She's pushing with her hip. And we're not going to pull her through the turn. We're going to push her through the turn. We're pushing her with the outside rein and leg. All we're doing is setting her nose on the inside. See how smooth that is? Back her up a couple of steps before you turn her. Good. Now, she's a 2-year-old, but for a 2-year-old, she's an amazing. When she comes around, we don't pull on her to stop her. We push our hands forward and let her flow through to the next step. Now, doesn't that sound a little bit like barrel racing? We want those horses to engage their rear, move that shoulder, pick it up, and come through and come around. Good job. Good job, Cayenne. But these are some of the things that you will learn at the Rodeo for a Reason at clinics. Good job. Let's give Miss Danielle and Cayenne a hand. I'm in love with this little mare, and Danielle is an excellent hand. We love it when she tells us she's coming to the ranch. We're like, get all the horses saddled. Danielle's coming. I'd like to tell you just a little bit about Rodeo for a Reason. Rodeo for a Reason started in 2007. I didn't know Kendra at the time. I was a barrel racer and looking for that magical horse. And I saw this horse on for sale. Actually, my daughter did, and she said, Mom, look up this horse, da-da-da. And so I looked it up, and I called my husband at work. I said, you need to call this lady and make us an appointment. We got to go see this horse now. And so he did, and we made an appointment, and we drove from Ada, Oklahoma to Aubrey, Texas on February. I don't remember the day. I just know it was colder than a son of a gun. In 2007, and 10 minutes before we got there, the horse I went to look at sold. So Kendra had a barn full of horses, and I rode everything she had, and she had some really great, outstanding horses. And I said, well, I've got that at home. That's not what I'm looking for. And we sat under her porch, Eve, and she began to share with me what God had placed on her heart about doing barrel clinics for free. And I said, great. I looked at my husband, and I said, we'll help. And he goes, yeah. And I said, we'll set barrels, we'll cook hot dog, whatever you need doing, you'll do. And so in May, was it, Dwayne? May, we had our first clinic in Denton, Texas. No, it was Sulphur Springs, wasn't it? I don't know. That was 10 years ago. I don't know when it was. But we had our first clinic, and we gave away a saddle, and the young man that won the saddle didn't even own a horse yet. He does now, but he didn't at the time. And so it just became 2 clinics, 3 clinics, 4 clinics. It's just gone on and on to these 2 clinics we're doing this weekend. And we do them for free. We give away whatever God lays in our hands. If this weekend we have 2 saddle sponsors to give the saddle, Kendra's signature bullseye saddle. We're giving 2 of those away. Mid-Continent Livestock Supplement, which is the lick tubs. If you don't know what the lick tubs are, please come ask me. They have simplified my life, and that our horses are so happy, and it's just amazing, and they're healthy. The other sponsor is the Cowboys for Christ chapter, Horse Country, out of Aubrey, Texas. So because of their generosity, we're able to give these students a free clinic and give a saddle away. Now, the saddle is not given to the fastest time. It's not given to the best rider. It's not given to the prettiest girl. The students choose who gets the saddles. The instructors have nothing to do with it. We ask the students to vote who has exemplified and magnified a Christ-like attitude and behavior through the clinic. And they vote for it, and therefore we call it our Champion for Christ Award. And that's how the saddles are given. Trace Rios, Silver, who has a booth somewhere, they donated 2 buckles. So we'll also be giving a runner-up buckle for a Champion for Christ buckle during those clinics. We have lots of phenomenal prizes that will be given during the clinic. One of the other companies that has helped us get here this week is called First Choice. And they have colloidal silver and a product called, it's a probiotic. This horse, I think the first week I got him, he come out of the pasture and he had a gash in his face right below his eye. And I thought, well, poo. So I thought, colloidal silver. So I grabbed the colloidal silver and I sprayed it. And literally, there are pictures of it in the booth. The next day, it's closed up and sealed up. He doesn't even have a scar from it. My husband and I drink the colloidal silver every morning, and we take the probiotics twice a week. Healthy gut, healthy body. Same way with our horses. Healthy gut, healthy body. There's just a whole lot of information, and I don't understand it. All I can tell you is it works. And but because of First Choice and their products, they've given us products to give away this week. And so we just want to thank them for that. There's a lot of people that have made a lot of things possible for us to be here, but Jesus Christ, our Lord and our Savior, is what's brought us here. This is an appointed time for us to be here and to share Him. It's just great. I hope you all will come out when you have time. The clinics, again, are the 5th and the 6th, and the 9th and the 10th, and they'll be from 9 to 5 during the day. We have a booth here that has the information about the products I just told you about, the MLS, the lick tubs as we call them, and the probiotics and the colloidal silver. There's also, you can sign up if you haven't already at our booth. We're going to be giving another saddle away. We've given away 4 saddles this week. But there's another saddle in our booth that has a purple seat. You can sign up and we'll be drawing for it. Doesn't cost you a thing. Just sign up for it on December the 11th. So please visit our booth and sign up for the saddle. There's a breast collar that's custom made and painted that for a $1 donation to Rodeo for a Reason, you can put your name in a drawing for that for $1, and we will be drawing for that also on December the 11th. What else have we got at our booth? Oh, we have the Christmas ornaments. We have wooden Christmas ornaments that were made by a gentleman that is a team player for Rodeo for a Reason, David and Katie Folds out of Houston, Texas, and they have made the cutest little wooden ornaments that one of them is our logo, and the other one, it looks like a back number, and it says Champions for Christ on it. And for a $5 donation to Rodeo for a Reason, and if you don't have $5, come by and get one anyway. It's not about the money. It's about being here and helping someone with the talents that God's given us, and just sharing with you guys. So somebody tell me if I'm out of time or what I need to do. I don't know where we're at. So, but thank you all for coming. If you have any questions, I don't know that I can answer them, but I'll sure get you an answer. And thank you for letting us share with you. And please come by the booth and sign up. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about the folks from Rodeo for a Reason? We appreciate them putting on a great clinic. If you have any questions, please go by their booth. They're going to be there. They're going to be talking to you, visiting with you. Sign up for those beautiful saddles. Rodeo for a Reason. Great folks, great ladies, amazing people.